Fall in, my fellow scouts, to an exciting Napoleon Total War 3 3v3 battle replay today. I am Micka of Scouts of Entertainment. Good to meet you. Now, today's replay is sent to me by JGMaster, who's commanded the faction of Ney today. He's one of the French players. His allies today, well, the faction allies, I should say, are Victor, and we got here the French Imperial Army here. Now, if you guys want to send me through other Napoleon Total War 3 replays like this, or other Total War replays like from Warhammer 2, Rome 2, Third Age Reforged, just naming a few, you can post them to my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. You can post them to me directly on Discord via my Discord ID, which you'll also find in the video description below. And the final link you will find there is an invite link to join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post all manner of Total War replays, mods included, into the Battle Replay sub-channel. You will find there. Look forward to meeting you. Now, if you'd like to support my work, I do have various funding options available in the video description below. It does help out, but if you want to support the channel in other ways, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe of course you haven't already, and tick the bell for notifications so you stay up to date with all the latest battles as they drop. Leave your own thoughts about this one in the comment section below. And with that, let's go through JGMaster's allies today. They are LemonHead and Implex. Their opponents today are Knight's Cross, Horatio, and Kylee. So good to meet you, everyone. Now, it looks like this is going to be a winner-take-all battle today. I don't see any points on the field, so that's a little bit exciting. It could be an all-French affair versus an all-Russian affair. We've got our first Russian commander, I believe. Starting with a K, Konstantin. Okay. And we also have Patriotic War. So it's not really a commander battle per se. We also got, so we've got one Patriotic War faction. Looks like one Russian commander faction. Still Konstantin there. I'm hunting for the other Russian player. Meanwhile, we have our French teams moving up the road and up the field. I'm wondering why he's heading up the road this way. Cavalry, of course, leading the charge, just scouting the area ahead, trying to look for any nasty surprises. Although, you know, to be fair, I don't think he should worry too much about any potential surprises, because this area is heavily forested up here, and the Russians were coming at them. It would be relatively slow. Even down the road, infantry would be slow. Cavalry units also might be slow because they'd have some horses here in the trees, you know, because cavalry units are pretty wide when they march. And so their progress would be slow going if they were coming from this direction. So, in all honesty, I think this area should be relatively clear here for the French player, and that we might see him move his forces through the road here to try and outflank the Russian forces in front of him once he gets here. We've got one infantry unit that just popped in the trees there. So that he's sort of guarding the road there, trying to guard the flank. He's going to need a lot more there than just one unit for sure. Still a Patriotic War. I'm not seeing any other unit here. Hang on. It's Karl Bagavut. Okay. Looks like Ney, he was getting a bit too close to comfort there. There's some Chevaliers here, fast-hitting cav, and some Gusari Alexandria. It's fun sometimes. I know I'm botching the name, but I'm trying my best. We've got some Dragoons here, some Tivers. Okay, the Russian army's also moving up here. He's got to be getting closer to the Russian forces. We saw that unit just up here before. So why are the French players moving up this way? We've got two armies moving up this way. You'd think the Russian forces will pull out of the forest here, which I think maybe they're starting to, and line up their forces here facing the trees. Because if France comes at them from this direction, then Russia has this area easily covered. I mean, they can just stretch out their armies all along here like an L-shaped perimeter, you know? All the way down here to where the cavalry is, and then just stretch what's left of their forces along this area, straight. They've got one French army in front of them, and two French players potentially on their left. So they've got the ability to form that kind of perimeter. They can line up their troops, station reserves in this area behind it, maybe just below this hill here. That way they're covered from enemy artillery coming from this direction. You know? It does seem like the Russians have better field position. We've got a crew here, 4 12-pounder cannons. That's serious firepower there. Definitely made me nervous. France has got to look at destroying that. Of course, if they're trying to destroy it with artillery, we'll be here literally forever. But that 12-pounder is tearing up France's cavalry here. One more direct hit will break these guys. Russian artillery, surprisingly very accurate. Already down 9 horses. That's a little bit creepy when artillery is that accurate. Then again, we have seen generals killed in the first 2 minutes due to a lucky artillery hit. See, France is moving in, but he's moving in very bunched up here. You see, if Russia had any skirmishes lying in ambush just around this area here, they could just focus all of their rifles here along the road as the French forces moved up, and here as well. I mean, this seems like a great focal point just to set up a semicircle kind of perimeter here, just to fire in all one direction. And if the cover does charge at them, they've got plenty of time to pull out, form square. I wouldn't really advise sending in my own cavalry because, you know, this is a heavily forested area and you can't really rely on that charge bonus at all. See, France is moving in the woods. I'm not seeing the Russians set up a number of forces in this area just yet. I mean, obviously a lot of their forces are hidden, which is annoying. So we can't tell where the bulk of the Russian armies are. But it looks like they might use this house here as a fallback position. I think that I would do that personally myself. In the event France pushed them back, they can just fall back the entire perimeter behind this house and use that as a focal point to sort of wrap around their forces and make it difficult for France to attack them from this direction. Oh, okay, sorry guys, we just missed a small engagement there. Some French Imperials, some Chevaliers here got pummeled by the French cavalry. They lost 20 horses in the engagement, but they obliterated the French unit they charged into, so it was well worth it. So yeah, it took out 24 horses there. Jeez, almost lost 24 himself. Alright guys, we're back because we got the Russian cavalry here getting dangerously close to 2 French units here. They can't form a square, but they're ready. Okay, they nicked them. Took 3 horses out there. Decent cav. We got Russian cav in the lines here, the French. Could he do a side charge and could it pay off? No, I've got Grenadiers here guarding the flank. A smart player there from JG. I think Nay is JGMaster. Apologies if I got that wrong. I'll definitely know by the end of it. I hope. Oh, we've got French units here in the town. LG, Lieutenant General maybe. Okay guys, we got our first engagement. Russia has decided to charge in. This is very, very brave. I'm not sure why he's done this. He's moved in with basically no support, no infantry cover. And they're about to be fired directly in the flank by French infantry. And they broke. Well, if they hurry up, they can salvage what's left of this unit. 38 horses are better than nothing. But that was really ill-advised. You could see that going nowhere. I'm surprised he actually decided to go through with that. Now, the French army here has been allowed to march through the forest here unopposed. I think that's a huge error on the Russians' part. They had the ground here to set up their perimeter, set up their forces, artillery, whatnot. It would have been very difficult for the French army to move through this area. And the Russians could have used that weakness and movement to their advantage. Instead, they've fallen straight back to the town and set their perimeter there. I would have used this as a secondary fallback position, as I said before. It was too soon to fall back here. They've basically allowed the French army to move through now. They're no longer hindered by that forest. The cavalry will be able to charge at the ready now. In the event the Russians try to attack them. We've got French cavalry pursuing Russian cavalry now, but they're getting close to the Russian infantry. And they've got a few hits there on them. Okay, we have the Gusari there broken, being pursued by the French cavalry. Probably, yeah, he made the right call, pull back. Would have been charged into by these guys. Alright, French army's moving in. That artillery though is going to be a big problem. But if they got some, we do know the French do have C8 and C7 cavalry, which is very fast. They can go in for a kamikaze strike in the hope they can bring down this artillery crew.
Our men are running, sir.
Of course, if they do, they make their efforts moving in a whole lot easier. It's a bit dangerous for them to move in like they are right now. This is very good for the Russians though. If I was this player, I'd be very happy. I mean, the French army here is basically presenting himself to be shot at. But given that these units here in the middle are a bit low and that hill's protecting them, he's better off focusing his fire on the hills that are more elevated, like the first 3 units, or the first 4 units here at the moment. Like a nice shot even at that at this unit over here, or this one here. Straight shot to them, it would take out a large chunk of them. You know, 10, 20 casualties, maybe even 30 casualties with a solid hit. And these are 12 pounders. They're beasts. That strike just killed 9 of them. Not as good that one too there. Okay, French Imperial's not moving up here with Ney. Ney's gone in for a bit of a gamble. Okay. Forces here closest to the cannons, they're protected by the hill, that's good to know. These forces here, this is where the Russians need to focus their fire on. There is no cover for these units here. I think he's firing at the cavalry here. This is mid-tier cavalry, chevaliers. Both these units here can form square. That's why you got to get your fast cavalry in there. Mid-tier cav is too slow. French cavalry charging forth, don't know where they're going just yet. They're a bit shaken, possibly from artillery. They're being pursued by Russian cavalry behind them. How'd that happen? Alright. Not in combat, not in combat. We've got the Russians moving up. Okay, these guys here down 13, 14. Okay, look in the map. This is where the battle's at. We've got a Russian unit way down there though. What is that unit there? Korea Yagri. Okay. It's fast, it's light tier cavalry. But moving to the trees, they're no real threat until they clear the tree line. They'll be trying to think about taking out this crew right here. But like I said, it's slow going and the enemy and the French should see them coming a mile away. 6-pounder crew here. Bit far away though from the fight. A lot of their troops might be in the way. France here going for a sneak attack. We got some grenadiers and some Francisco Perigord. Let's see if we guys try it again to take out the crews. Let's have a look at this. Whoa, they destroyed the entire artillery crew. The Russians must have tried to lumber up again. So France timed his charge in there very, very well. The artillery crew has been destroyed. Should come back and watch that briefly. And there you go. Not bad. Now, it's time for a street fight. Here we go. These guys here down 14 men. These guys here down 13. Okay, Russia blinked. France is pushing them back. Whoa. The might of the French Empire. Jeez, looks far more intimidating than the Russians right now. Not too bad. Oh, this unit's getting hammered. Absolutely hammered, this one. It could be about 2 to 3 units firing on them at the same time. There's a lot of lead coming their direction. It would explain why they're falling so quickly. France choosing to move in a bit closer. And that spooked the Russians, forcing them back. We're seeing lead balls fly past the screen there. Nice artillery hit on the French lines. Another good hit. But that's the general there. That's the artillery. 6-pounder crew right there, okay. The Russians are really missing their 12-pounder crew. No doubt already got some nice kills before it was taken out. There's a lot of windows here in this building, so if France does try to move in, the Russians here can really nail them. There is a door here though. It'd be really stuffed in this building, you have to think, look at that. All these guys lined up here in the one house. My god, imagine if there were smoke alarms right now. Be going off for a week. Yeah, this definitely was not the period in time to invent smoke detectors. The battle continues to intensify and the French army continues to push the Russians back. They got a lot more troops here and they just keep stacking on the left wing. They got enough troops here to pivot and arc around and start pushing the Russians further and further back. They've got cavalry here, but we know France also has cavalry. These cavalry units here, these two, or maybe even more, should all be brought over here on this side here, just to cover the left flank of this line as it moves around and tries to envelop the Russian forces here. This cavalry just needs to push forward to act as a deterrent. That way the French forces here can move up more freely and with less worry about being charged into. So we've got some Russian forces coming over, but is it enough? Okay, France has gone for a cavalry strike. Gives the unit break. They got 10 left. They are still in this. Geez, they got to make amend that crew right now. And get cluster shot going. French army needs to rush in right now to here. Maybe fire in a volley. They're down to 10. French army is not going in just yet. Still doing the street fight. These are odd formations here. These guys here down to 8. They've got to be almost ready to fire. Here we go. 84. Oh, they took down 7 there with that second shot. Got a lot of French troops here behind the line. Now the French army here could stretch it out a bit to accommodate these two units. These guys here are going to be very cramped next to that building. Got some flanks, chasseurs here, skirmishes. Firing on the Russian forces from a safe distance. Okay, why is France pulling back here on the right flank? We've got a bit of a gap opening up. This line is getting very disjointed. The Russian line is more intact, more cohesive. France is getting very disjointed there towards the right. We've got cavalry here moving around. What kind of units are we? We've got elite cav here. And some fast hitting cav as well. We've got mid-tier cav here for the most part, but they need reinforcements there pronto. The chevaliers need to get over here. And these grenadiers definitely are needed over there. Maybe leave the grenadiers on the right. They need some cavalry there just to protect them, and send this unit over here of dragoons. Chevaliers as well. That unit there as well. Again, Russians are in the trees. Russian right flank looking a little bit weak. Victor here is just going to move up. Try to put extra pressure on there. Got a couple of French units here broken. He's going for the artillery crew. Oh, they're going for it. And they got there. There's no one should be left now. Oh, one could return. That's enough to man one cannon at least. But it's 4, so you know they might not. You got Russians here moving in. Outflanking the French here. We have got grenadiers here. General is getting too close for comfort.
We have killed their general, sir.
Ooh, where was that? Let's go and have a look. Okay, Knights Cross General there just fell. So one of the Russian generals must have been in this Karl Knox unit. No, it's not Karl Knox. Yeah, or Karl von Kloring. Russian charging into the backs of 4 French infantry divisions. But now they broke. They're being wiped out. Russia going for a strike on one of the French generals. Reinforcements moving to save his ass. Just. Alright. Now the momentum is entirely with the French left flank. It's up to them to really push forward and wrap around. They got cavalry to spare, they need to run them up. Try and take out the artillery crew on top of the hill here they just fired. It could cause them a bit of pain the further they push forward. But Russia here is actually pushing forward themselves. They're not giving up the town. We got French artillery pointed straight at them. Geez, why isn't this crew whirling around? We've got tons of Russian forces coming towards them. That target is so good. I wish I was controlling this crew. I just wheeled it to the right. Try to fire 1 or 2 good shots. Because I reckon he's about to lose this crew right now. I don't see a lot of forces here guarding it. Since it's firing, maybe he's trying to go after that unit in between the buildings. Maybe he can't redirect the fire, who knows. But that's a crying shame. Could have enjoyed a lot of good kills there. Meanwhile, we got a 12-pounder crew over here, after all. And hardly anybody guarding it. We've got mid-tier cav that can easily outrun the infantry. They even charge for that tiny gap. Is that what they're going to try and do? It's possible. No, they're going to charge into the backs of Russian infantry that can form square. Well, that unit could have easily repelled the cavalry. Well, good for them. Yeah, come on. Yep, there they go. And this crew is toast. Good hit. Okay, the Russian right flank has been utterly vanquished. And now we've got the other French armies pivoting and turning towards the town. Is Victor going to move up now? Oh no, these are the French Imperials. Victor's on the left flank. Yeah. It's long overdue for the French Imperials to move forward. But he shouldn't try to go for the town. Maybe just try and swing his forces around here and march towards the road. At the same time, these French forces move in and push them towards the French Imperials here and create a Russian sandwich that chokes the life out of the Russians inside it. We got French Imperials charging their cavalry into skirmishes. Yeah, I thought that was a bit brave, but they did use the Russian infantry as cover to move in. We've got one unit though turning on a dime, trying to fire on this cavalry unit. Maybe not the best move there. The Russian infantry should still have a beat on these guys. Can they get away in time? They can. They got away. More cavalry coming in. Jeez. Oh, we got the elite Russian cavalry trying to deter a huge French charge. We've got a lot of Russian cavalry and infantry caught up here in this little melee. French army's trying to move in. This guy's here trying to support the French cav. Seems to be working. Jeez, Russian cavalry doesn't want to give up. What are they down to now? 95. Looking good. The interesting way these cavalry units are attacking each other makes it very difficult for either side's infantry to fire into this blob and take out the horses of both units. And that couldn't have worked better in the Russians' favour. Obviously the Russians had the better cav unit, better quality in that fight. Nice volley there. They're going to fire into each other's faces, it looks like it. Oh no. I'll see melee charge. Francis continue to aggressively push forward. And either break or push this line back towards their brothers over here. So the Russians still maintain control of the house for now, or the town. These units here being beaten and pushed back. These units here are the death knell in the Russian coffin. The success of this attack, I think, heavily relies on these units here.
Our men are running for.
If the Russians can somehow keep these guys at bay, they might be able to hold the town. I stress might. Neither side doing a good job protecting their artillery crews, it would seem. Edward Mortier. Just trying to boost the morale of his troops nearby. He is at risk of being killed. Trying to protect their general. And they broke him. We might see them again. Jeez, what's keeping these units at bay? Nothing. The encirclement is almost complete. There was room there for the French cavalry to run around the infantry and go straight for the general. He might try and just go for the general. They're pushing the Russians back here. The gap is opening up. But he's going to fall back. He's not going to charge through and just go for it. Russian general might be making for the town. I don't know. He could be getting off his horse to, I suppose, reduce the elevation of his general so he can hide behind the troops. The horses here are being shot one by one. 4 horses. And the infantry. Okay, the general's unit needs to move a little bit further inwards. Get inside the perimeter. Jeez, these guys here are being butchered. This unit's going in now too. He's falling like dominoes. Oh yeah, I get that in here. No. The Russians were in trouble the moment they lost their artillery. There was a good strike there from the French unit earlier. That was one of Russia's strongest assets.
Our men are running for.
Looks like the Russians just have that building and maybe 1 unit left out here, and then that's it. No, it's Russian cavalry. Russians here are routing. The general might have fallen back into here. I didn't see him die before. Or maybe his unit just broke and he hasn't been killed yet. French infantry moving inside. France are coming at them from every direction, every doorway accessible. And that's it. We are done. Victory for the French Empire.
We have killed their general, sir. Now
There he
they
goes.
must break.
Whose general was that? Oh, we didn't get to see it, bugger. But LemonHead there, 1564. JGMaster, who was Naya after all, 1557. And Implex, which is the French Imperials there, 1044. Knights Cross here, we have 896. Horatio, 649. And Kylee here, 730. Okie dokie. Looking at the kill counts there, we have the Wartenbergros. Infantry, 203 kills there. Dragoons followed up, 157. Pinkorins, 155. And those were his best performing troops there, but we will scroll down and give you guys a chance to have a look at the units. We're in relatively slow motion so you can line them up. The infantry that got the kills, or the unit that got the kills there. And we'll just scroll back up. In general, they got a couple of kills. And that is that. So, after all, I didn't really see the all the Russian factions. I only remember two, which was Constantine and I think it was the other one, like Bagration or something like that. In any case, thank you to JGMaster for sending me the replay. If you want to see your own featured here on this channel, guys, you can once again post them to my Discord ID directly. You can post them to my email at scoutsomentertainment@gmail.com, or you can join my Discord server at Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post all manner of Total War replays into the Battle Replay sub-channel you will find there. You can also set up other games from all other Total Wars as well. There are many ways you can notify players that you want to have a good game. Those options are made available to you by my Discord. This is Micka on behalf of Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Dismissed, my fellow Scouts. Catch you in the next Total War battle.